many, many years, I was at the same church in Texas. I would do itinerant ministry, but for the most part, when I was home, each week I would lead worship. And I found, frankly, for me, that expectation that was put on me to show up every Sunday, a healthy dynamic for my spiritual walk. Mm-hmm. Because if there hadn't been an expectation of me, I think we can quite easily maybe sometimes just show up at church. We look around, no one expects anything from us. They can't read our minds. They don't know if we've been spending time in the Word or with the Lord or prayer. And it's easy to sort of withdraw internally as well as even sometimes externally. I'm sharing that, I guess, to say maybe it's something for any listener to consider. Is there a function or a role you could play in your church? Is there something that requires you to show up and either be an usher or part of the worship team? That's helpful. Maybe consider that. Prayerfully think about, what are you gifted to do? Serve in your local church. So what comes first? You're right. So sometimes you can do that almost out of obligation. You don't feel anything inside. But what I found is the reverse is true also, that if you feel a sense of responsibility to the Lord and to your local fellowship and you show up, you're required to be there, even in a volunteer capacity. It sort of does something on the inside too. You sort of feel like, well, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it with some degree of integrity. I don't want to be a phony. I want my spiritual life and my public life to be the same. Platform shouldn't mean anything. Local church is family time. When you show up at a family dinner, you're not trying to impress anyone. We're all the same. We're a part of a family. Internally, there's an attitude of, we're here to help them worship. That's the bottom line. We're here to wash their feet with music and create an environment that makes it easy for them to worship the Lord. If we're called to be on the platform, let's do everything we can to bring the very best that we have at that time as an offering to the Lord and in service to God's people. And that's the best we can do, and trust that He'll continue to grow and that we'll become better at helping others.